So, welcome back. The other video cut off, so I had to plug it up. So there will be a part two. Hopefully y'all watch it because this is important, y'all. Y'all need to. I'm not saying that I'm, the beacon or anything, but I'm just sharing my experience. Maybe somebody can get like courage or something and just really like fall back from people and just really focus on you, not people, and just be weird and paranoid. I'm saying like pay attention who's in your circle and make sure people really actually like you and that they're secure in themselves and that they're not just projecting their insecurities and their damages and wounds and unwillingness to fix themselves on you, because people are crazy. um I watch a lot of murder documentaries and a lot of these situations where people thought people was their friend, and no. So I called my cousin, and I only called her for confirmation to make sure I wasn't tripping, because I really was just like, cousin. I remember when every time I talked to my cousin about Gina, um, I would always say, I don't trust her 100. I trust her like maybe 75%. But even that was reaching. I just felt guilty that I actually felt like that. I just felt so guilty that I actually felt that I could not trust her. But everything in me just felt like something about her is off. She is weird. And I'm talking about like she might be some type of psychopath, because first of all, she just be like rambling. I'm talking about running on. And it's all directed towards her. And I realize she be trying to make herself feel good, by putting other people down and stuff. And I'm just like, whatever. So I called my cousin and I told her what happened. And my cousin's like, cousin, I don't think that's your friend. But I'm just like, maybe she really was thinking about her granddad. Like, because it's so weird because she's so nice and always like bigging me up and trying to help and I'm just like, that's the evil part of people like that, because they'll have you really thinking like, but you're nice, but then at the same time they're nice nasty. So the fact that they're nice, it's almost like, well, you can't say nothing because I was nice. So it puts you in a position where they kind of mentally mind fuck you, and it's like, you're kind of diabolical. What the hell? But anyway, call my cousin. And I decided to call Gina on the phone because I was like, cousin, just listen, this girl's eventually going to start going off. So I'm on the phone with her, and we just all start talking. This is the kicker. What really made me think this girl is like, we were on the phone talking, all three of us. And again, making everything all about her as usual, just running. We all just being quiet and just listening. Like, I was texting my cousin, like, do you see, am I tripping? I was telling my cousin subject matters to talk about random shit just to prove a point. Like, she's going to take it and run with it. Like, don't know what to make of that. That's weird. So I told my cousin, paint the sky blue or something. And she made up a story. And of course, Gina had a story for that too. She made up another story. Of course, Gina had a story for that too. I even made up a couple stories. She had a story for that too. And it was to the point we were even talking about big famous singers. And we were not really comparing. We were just talking about our divas that we love. Mariah, Christina, Whitney. Even with that, she flipped it and made it about herself. And I was just like, do you see what I'm saying? And I just interjected, and I just was like, I want to see something. I was like, Gina, how's your grandpa? She was like, what do you mean? I was like, you were so emotional yesterday. I'm surprised you're not mentioning him, because you were literally emotional yesterday. Now, mind you, I told you guys in the previous video before my battery died. I told you guys I was with her at this open mic, and I stepped off the stage and I saw her with my eyeballs. And her eyes were welled up and she looked very upset. And she claimed it was because of her grandpa. So I asked her, how's your grandpa? She was like, what do you mean? I was like, you were so emotional yesterday. I'm surprised this picked up. I'm surprised you're not talking about him. She was like, Listen to this. It brought chills to my fucking spine. She was like, I cried? Question mark. Question mark. Not I cried statement. She was asking me, did she cry? I was like, huh? Did you cry? What? My hands immediately started shaking and I dropped the phone and I just made something up. I said, my battery's dying, and I just hung up because it was one of those moments where I realized that intuition that I be trying to stuff down is like this in my face now. You cannot deny it. Nobody told you nothing. You were there with this girl and you saw with your eyes. And she even said to you, you didn't ask, she told you. It's because of her grandfather. Now, less than 24 hours later, you magically forget. And you asking me, did you cry? And it wasn't even a sarcastic. It was a serious, I cried. I was like, Gina, are you fucking serious? Yes, you did cry. And I just couldn't compose myself. And I just went ham. And I was just like, you're fake. You're fake. You're a fucking fraud. You're fucking jealous. You're effing jealous. You're effing jealous. You can't stand me. You can't stand me. It's crazy. Why do you be around me if you can't stand me? And she's just like, what? Why would I ever be jealous? What? How could that ever be? I love you. I'm just like, oh my God, she is crazy. She's not even trying to convince me. She's trying to convince herself. I was just like, Gina. And I was like, it didn't make me feel good that a person feels that badly about themselves, that they projecting that level of a hate on me. And the most dangerous part, it's like subtle and low key. She acts like she likes me, but she doesn't. How I'm wired, I got my own set of issues. I'm not perfect. So if I can't trust a person, that's it. I can't, especially with that. I was literally looking to have a moment with her. Like, if we could talk, like, why do you feel like that about yourself, that you feel? Because when people are jealous or envious, it's usually they coming from a place where fear and they don't feel like enough. They have self-esteem or insecurity issues. And all of that stuff is just illusion. You shouldn't even feel like that. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but the feelings are very real. But whatever you're thinking is making you feel like that is not true. So I was really looking to have a girl moment to like try to calm, and because it immediately triggered me, because I was thinking about Selena and many other people that had people in their circle that they thought was for them. And they end up in some crazy shit and victims. And it's usually people who have greater purposes, like to help or, inspire or whatever. And I just was thinking, it made me mad. Like, even now, I'm like feeling so many different emotions about it. I felt disgusted. I felt pissed off. I felt mostly pissed off because I be thinking to myself, like, I work really hard and I want certain things in life. And I realized a lot of the time that I held my own self back by being kind of like her, not really believing in myself and really thinking I wasn't capable of stuff. But once I broke out of that, honey, there wasn't no stopping me. Nobody can tell me anything. Now I'm going for everything. Nobody's stopping me. But whatever her issues are, she's mad broken. And I personally decided I didn't want to be around a person, not only because of that. I didn't want to be around a person like that, not only because of that, but you can't admit you're a liar. Like, what the hell are we talking about if you're a fucking liar? What are you lying about? Why would I want to stay friends with someone like that? You can't even be honest within yourself as a woman and admit you feel some type of way. It's not because of me, because I always encourage people, and I'm not out here competing with nobody. I'm competing with myself. I'm not worried about people business. So that literally shook me to the core. And like I said, I dropped the phone because she asked me, did she cry? And I called my cousin back immediately. I was like, cousin, did you hear that? She was like, yup. Your point is proven. Your point is proven. I was like, I can't even deny this shit no more. And I went, like I said, I snapped on her. I was like, you're fucking jealous. You're insecure. And I was just like so pissed off because I think to myself, I work so hard. And just the image of somebody really stopping me, it just made me livid. And I had so many feelings about it. I was pissed off at her. I wanted to like on site her. I'm not even ratchet like that. I wanted to on site her because the bitch had me fooled. The hell? I thought I had a friend. That is crazy. Do you know how crazy that is? I thought I had a friend. And now it made me really start to evaluate. There's people in my life that I felt that way about before. And I stuffed that feeling. And now it's like, nah, I'm really paying attention because I'm not trying to go out like that, have somebody be on some hate and shit and try to sabotage me. She tried to sabotage some things already. She brought separation between me and my manager, talking about he say, she say. And I was so dumb. I didn't even think to myself, if somebody comes to you and tells you what somebody's telling them about you, and they supposed to be your friend, then what were they saying? I was watching a bunch of videos and now I realized I'm an idiot. I didn't even peek that. I'm just like, what? So the experience was very shocking, even though we weren't like super besties, but I thought we were on our road to being that and being some type of like friend unit. And that girl is not to be trusted. She is so shady and fake and broken, and she was delusional. She even went as far as to like one of my pictures on Instagram after the incident. I was like, wow, what a mind fucker. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to end this with saying, mind the company that you keep. Today's lesson: when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Because I personally felt a way about that. I felt really hurt by that. I'm not even going to hold you. And I think this is the first time I'm actually allowing myself to feel feelings, because I'm one of them people, fuck it, keep it moving, get over it. But I noticed that's not really helping me either, because I always bring those emotions into things that have nothing to do with those emotions. So I actually let myself feel, and I really felt betrayal. I felt anger. I felt rage. I wanted to fight her and like fucking mollywop her ass. And I'm just like, well, life gave me lemons and this is the lemonade. And hopefully everybody can drink from this lemon fountain, this lemonade fountain, whatever the case may be. But it's mad important that you mind the company you keep. Sometimes if you by yourself or you have one friend, you good, because it's crazy out here and people are getting crazier and these things manifest into hatred. Look at what happened to, I keep talking about Selena, but look, 23 years old, lost her life. She didn't deserve to live because of a fucking hater. I'm tired as hell, y'all. I've been up since 5 a.m. and I'm standing up because this is where the light is at. But just be careful, y'all. And this is a genuine message from my heart. And I hope this helps somebody. And today's lesson: when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Don't be so quick to take things personal, because what sis was going through, that's all a personal thing. It had nothing to do with me, but she just projected it onto me. And I just choose to remove myself from that, because whatever dark energy that is happening, whatever that is, I'm not trying to be a part of that. I did my work. I was an insecure teenager. There was a point I didn't like myself. I thought I was ugly. I thought I was fat. I wore a pea coat for an entire summer because I thought I was fat and all that crazy shit. Yeah, me. We're not going to go too deep because I don't want to expose too many insecurities, you know. I don't know who's watching. Whatever. But I already did the work and I'm still doing the work. I'm not perfect. I work every day at myself and I have no time for someone who refuses to do the work. Bye, girl. So mind the company you keep. Be careful out here. Make lemons out of lemonade. Make lemons out of lemonade. Mind the company you keep. Love always. Slay. See y'all.